gentlemen, look at this. Me. Yeah, I'm on a Classic 350. Bloody marvellous, what? Yeah, it's not Splendiferous Green. This one's Splendiferous Brown. It's so shiny in the sun. Mickey Mouse mirrors. Let's get going. Let's get the... Oh, there we go. Oh, we're off. Oh, these buttons. It's got these buttons. Look, marvellous. Oh, look at that. I've got to go very careful with this little baby, because this one is like brand new. It's done no miles. So I've got to treat it with a little bit of respect. Yeah, so we've got to go and find the Cambridgeshire road test. So we'll go nice and gentle with it. Brakes a little bit new, but yeah, I mean, look at it. It's marvellous. It's like Bertie's little baby. And I bet it does like 1,000,000 miles to the gallon. Look, I've got all those miles. I could probably go to Edinburgh if I needed to. Traffic's bad today though, isn't it? Look though, glorious sunshine as usual. Oh, what a sound. Oh, it's marvellous. Absolutely splendiferous. Ah, very smooth. Got to say that. So I've just got to get in the swing of it. Got to get my head in the right place. Used to Bertie shaking me a little bit. He does like to do that. Keeps me awake. Keeps in rhythm with my heart. Me and Bertie, we beat at the same rate, I think. Oh, absolutely splendiferous, isn't it? Now I know what my mate feels like on his Mars Bar 350. Yeah. Get my visor down. There's lots of flies about again, as usual. But this is just so silky smooth. Got to go on the big road still, even though we're running this baby in. And because I've got to do the Cambridgeshire road test. This is so enjoyable. Mirrors seem a bit stiller than on Bertie. And do you know what? This one feels a little bit more comfy. I don't think it's got springs under the seat. Maybe it's just because the seat's new and Bertie's seat's not. It still does, I think, feel a little bit smaller. Brakes, fine. Handling, as you expect. And nice and gentle. Marvellous. So what I think I'll do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a slightly different route. I'm going to do the Cambridgeshire road test. Don't worry about that. That'll be done. But I think I'm going to do it backwards. Should I do it backwards? Nah, I don't think so. Look at that. Just turns in. No trouble at all. Brand new tyres. Brand new brakes. This is sweet as a nut. Absolutely sweet as a nut, this. Marvellous. Cruising. But this road, look, you saw how busy it was earlier on in Cambridge. We're like 2 seconds away and not a car in sight. Marvellous. So we'll do the census test on the way back. Just good morning to that young fella, my lad. This has a very nice thud to it. It's quite windy today. In fact, it's very windy. And what I can say now, got a car wanting to overtake. Overtake me if you want to overtake. That's fine. What I was going to say was, on my way here, I came on Biggles on the A14, and I tagged onto the back of a load of BMW GS's. Yeah, all adventurers out on an adventure, no doubt, going somewhere big and important, like the Cotswolds or something. Get the indicator on. There we go. Brakes on. Marvellous. Just turns in. Stoddle. It's like Bertie. A little bit like it's on rails. So yeah, as I was saying, and I tagged onto the back and the speed crept up a bit. Yeah, so they were going at a fair lick, I could say. I don't know what my speed was. I think my speed was 70 miles an hour, but theirs must have been much closer to 90. But I tagged on the back magically, and what I noticed at that speed, I know it's only the A14, but you don't notice anything. Life's just, it's like you've stepped back into a race. My life feels like a race sometimes, and my riding of the motorbikes is stepping out of that race, you know. And that is what this does. It's what Bertie does. It's what I think all the Royal Enfields I've ridden do the same. They make you feel like, you know, life's a pleasure, and that's because they're a pleasure. So yeah, so that's my little mutter about that. I'm having a mutter while I'm doing a review. Marvellous. So handles these bumps pretty well. Oh, speed bump, bumpety bump, yeah. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go down here onto the Cambridgeshire Road. So we're onto the Cambridgeshire Road already. We'll come back up the Cambridgeshire Road as well. But how marvellous is this? How lucky am I to be in this beautiful countryside on this marvellous machine. Look, in Splendiferous Brown. I don't think Royal Enfield would call it brown. I think they might call it bronze or something like that. But look at this, we've got all this rubbish on the road. It deals with it, no trouble at all. Oh, we've got branches and all sorts of stuff going on. Marvellous. Oh, but listen to that sound. It's not bad. I would like it a little bit louder, and I'm sure in time a different pipe will come along. I don't know. And then it would be splendiferous with the sound. At the moment I'm thinking bloody marvellous, but you know, let's save that for the test. It's not worried about these bumps or anything. It just deals with them as Bertie does, you know. Yeah, you're a bump and that's about it. Handlebars feel pretty similar. Mirrors, I've said this before, I think they're a bit closer to me, and that gives an impression that the bike is actually smaller than Bertie, but it's not. I know, I've measured, I've checked and double checked. It's just these mirrors are the other side, and Bertie the other side. And what I have noticed is the brake reservoir, it's oval, That's not going to be much good for a watch, I don't think. I'd have to investigate that a bit more and find out. But you know what, I don't think it's a be-all and end-all, and I suspect there's probably a clock on the dial. Don't know. Yeah, so you don't really need a watch. And if you did, you've got this beautiful space here. It's a round thing, it's just a blanking plate where you can put a tripper. Won't put a tripper. I quite like the blanking plate, actually. So now where we're going is we're going into Maddingly, and I tell you what, why we're going into Maddingly, because we're going to look at all this dust. Don't get dust on you. Reason we're going on to this is because we've got the full set ready. Thatch cottage there already, thatch cottage ahead, post box, telephone box. We've got a pub round the corner. Where's the pub? Got Bumpety Road. There's the pub. Look at that, the horseshoes as well. It's even called the horseshoes. How much more English can you get? Big bump there. You see, this is marvellous. And Maddingly College, University of Cambridge. Don't get much better than that, do you? Or do you? I don't know. I don't think so. Oh, and there's the church. Look at that. Marvellous. Absolutely splendiferous. Up this hill. No trouble. We're nursing it, remember? We're in running in mode. Oh, and listen to that sound. It is splendiferous. I've said it. It's out there. Yeah. The Classic 350 is splendiferous. I can't deny it. Colour splendiferous. You know, I test rode it previously. It's not Bertie, don't get me wrong. It is not Bertie, but if you can't manage, if you can't handle a Bertie, and let's be honest, not everybody can manage a Bertie, a Classic 500, then this is the closest you're going to get to that experience. Yeah, marvellous. We don't want to go to London, don't want to go to Comberton, we're not going to go to Bedford, we want to go back and check out yeah, Maddingly. Here we go. Oh, what a pleasant ride. It's days like this, even though it's blowing a gale, make me think I'm lucky to be alive. Yeah, I'm enjoying this one. And do you know what? When I rode that Splendiferous Green one at Colchester, there were a few things weren't quite right. The foot brake was too high. It was in the way. I couldn't get my foot on the pedal or nothing. Yeah, so that put me off a little bit. That distracted me from my pure thoughts. And when you're doing this business, this malarkey, you need to be pure of thoughts. You need to have your head space. A little bit like the problem I had with the Himalayan the first time I rode that. And then I did it again, and it's all different. It's all different in your head. Here today we've got sun, speed bump, there we go, marvellous. Thatch cottage. Oh, morning my lord, morning my lord. Magpie on his own. He's probably looking for stuff for the nest. Yeah, marvellous. Right, back onto the Suffolk Road. Just overtake this lawnmower. There we go. People chatting on a corner. It's got the full lot, I tell you. Maddingly, you should come and visit it. It's marvellous. The Horseshoes pub, I bet that's an amazing pub. I don't know, I've never been there, I'm not getting paid to say that, but maybe I'll do that one day. What I'm going to do right now though, I'm going to stop and do a little walk around in my favourite spot. I'm hoping that the traffic cone's still there, because that would just complete it, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, marvellous, it's there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here we are, Splendiferous Brown. Look at it. I think if I had this bike, I don't know why, and it's just come over me, I'd want to call it Paddington. I don't know where that's come from. So it must be real. God, I've got a massive tractor. That's splendiferous. Look at it. You've seen everything on here before, so I don't really know what to say. It's marvellous. We know that what it's like to touch, it's just, all those curves and turns and the pointy bits, just splendiferous. Yep, straight out there. The chrome, lots to polish, lots to shine in the sun, you know. This seat, no springs on it, but I tell you what, it feels comfier than Bertie, this one, and comfier than the last one I rode. Sort of just settled straight into it. Sort of cupped me, nice. Yeah, so I don't know how to work that one out in my head. Exhaust, obviously, it is what it is. Sounds beautiful, but just a little bit quiet, a little bit tame. Engine obviously missing the kickstart, but yeah, it's got this on. Marvellous. I wonder if that'd be enough to protect you know, any throw over panniers from banging on there without having to put a rack on or anything and spoiling the looks of it. But centre stand, of course, marvellous. The engine, we know it's a new engine, but it looks, you know, it sort of looks a little bit like pre-unit, doesn't it? So it retains a little bit of that look. It's got the cradle frame, the different frame, same as the Meteor there. Yeah, marvellous, splendiferous. Mickey Mouse mirrors, as you know, are my favourites. Yeah, no, I don't care what the popular people say. I like the Mickey Mouse mirrors. Yeah, absolutely splendiferous. Single disc at the front. But ample for this bike. If you're going to do 120, if you're going to tune it and do 120, I think you'd struggle. But if you did better brakes. These brakes absolutely fine. This here, this foot peg, the one I tried, it was up here. I couldn't get my foot. It just spoilt the whole ride for me, really. That's in the right place. Makes a difference when it's set up properly, doesn't it? Yeah, marvellous. So I guess now we're onto the census test. Yeah, marvellous. Right, we're off on the census test. Just noticed, it's done 30 miles. Put a little thing, it's done 30 miles, that's all it's done. This is like a whole new world for it. It's probably, his little tiger eyes are probably, whoa, what's all this? Yeah, marvellous. I'll tell you what it is, that's what I'll be thinking. I just got a bee straight in my face. Oh, where's that gone? I'll have to get that out. Hope it's not buzzing around the microphone. Anyway, census test. Look at, you know what I'm going to say. It's splendiferous. Splendiferous Brown. Yeah, marvellous. I noted it on my first visit here, and it is up there with a splendiferous green, except this has got chrome as well. This is like splendiferous brown, or bronze if you like, and chrome. Just makes it a whole thing, doesn't it? Marvellous. Look at that. This is like a dream. Yeah, so to look at, splendiferous. Everything about it. Yeah, marvellous. You know, it's based on Bertie. It's going to be splendiferous. So, yeah, taste, I'm not doing taste. Smell, it is literally brand new engine, smells smells divine. Look at that big stick hanging out. Yeah, so taste, smell, looks, all splendiferous really. But these are things, I'm telling you, things you already knew. Yeah, feel, to touch. Incredible. I said in the video that, yeah, in the walk round, it's just, the quality is there. It really is. It absolutely is. You know, everything about it feels solid. It feels smooth. It's nice. It is, you know, beyond nice actually. Let's wait for this car. So, it just leaves sound. Well, bloody marvellous. Yeah, no, bloody marvellous. I'm not going to Splendiferous. You'll see from the sound test that I did between the Meteor, the Classic 350 and the Classic 500, it needs to be a little bit louder, and unfortunately, like all other manufacturers, Royal Enfield are a bit stuck there. But I tell you what, they've done a marvellous job, because if you actually stood behind it, and every now and then you get a little glimpse of it, and of course I'm only taking it steady, so you know, that's about it. So yeah, splendiferous, well, bloody marvellous, potential to be splendiferous, that's it. So then we get on to the sixth sense. How does it make me feel? Well, I'll let you ponder that for a moment, gentlemen and ladies, and just think what you think I'm thinking, because right now I feel like I just want to absorb everything in and take this in and take this home with me and take it into the office with me, so that I feel like this all the time. Playing golf there, marvellous. Wouldn't have noticed that if I was on Biggles. This is just, yeah, could do this all day. No stress, no strain. I'm on eco. It's telling me I've been a good boy, I think. I think that's what that eco means. Just there, that overrun on the engine, that little burble. Marvellous. Ah, oh, just look at this. An empty road. Look at this. We're in the heart of England. And look at this empty road. Yeah, there's a couple of cars coming the other way now, sure. But, you know, just amazing. Absolutely amazing. You can't get better than this. I've got my visor up. Because I just want to enjoy this. The air, the warm air, the sound, the feel. It's the real business. This is the real business. It is. I thought it was a pretender, but it's not. It is the real business. Simply marvellous. Yeah. You know, all those things I've spoken about, like with the Continental GT, this bike ain't going to get you in trouble. It's not going to get you in trouble. All he wants to do is make you happy and joyous. Gives you time your head time to think, gives you your time to contemplate what it is you're actually doing. I'm riding a motorbike through this lovely land. Yeah, it's not so lovely now, but it's still pretty decent, isn't it? Yeah, I mean, you know, there's lots of people who'd give their eye teeth to be doing what I'm doing right now. Gives you the sort of ride you're going to think about on the nights when you're laid in bed and you can't sleep and you've got work churning over and over in your head. All the things you've got to do, all the things you haven't done, all the things you should have done. But you're going to be able to remember the last journey you had on this because it's so clear and pure. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm getting a bit philosophical here, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if you've noticed, but the more I ride this, I could easily just drive past the garage. But in fact, two things I've noticed on this particular ride. One, I've already thought of a name for it. That's dangerous, isn't it? That speaks volumes. Two, I just want to keep driving. I don't want to take it back. That speaks volumes. And they're involuntary. You know, this isn't a setup. I'm not like, you know, I'm not like a professional where I think about what I'm going to say before I say it. Unfortunately, when it comes to motorbikes, I'm not like that. Stuff just comes out. And sometimes I think, oh, why did I say that out loud? You sound like a nana. Well, unfortunately I am a bit of a nana. But what can I say? Look at this, we've got a wacky bike. I keep seeing wacky bikes these days. Look at this, what's she got? She's got like a barrow. It's like a big barrow. That's amazing. That's like the third one I've seen. Splendiferous. Oh, I'm nearly back there. Paddington. I'm going to have to say goodbye to you. That's going to be a shame. Here we are. We're back so soon. Oh, these switches. They're just out of this world, aren't they? Here we are. I guess I'm going to have to give it the keys back and everything. But what can I say? There we go. Marvellous. Just look at these buttons. I could just turn that on and off all day long. That's what I want to do. Marvellous. Let's have a look at Paddington one last time before we say goodbye. Oh, you're going to make somebody very happy. Very happy indeed. Marvellous.